If you confused the new Mazda 3 with a much more expensive car the first time you saw it, you wouldn't be alone. Hello everyone, welcome to Liberebil. Don't forget to like, subscribe and click the notification button so you can find out when we upload a new video. If you'd like to see the Toyota Starlet video, click the link up above. Today we've got something very special to show you. This is the new Mazda 3 Anniversary Edition. So this is kind of a nod to the fact that Mazda have been around for 100 years. Now they haven't been producing cars for 100 years. They started off producing industrial cork and they later moved on to tuk-tuks and then eventually started making the cars we know and love today. From the outside, this thing looks incredible. I mean, I drove it to a petrol station the other day where there were a whole lot of BMWs and Mercs there, and this somehow still drew some attention. People were looking at this and questioning, what is that? What is that? Is that a Mazda? That was kind of the typical reaction that I seemed to get while driving this thing around. So this package comes with pretty much every option ticked on the optional extras list. So that makes it a Mazda 3 Astina with a couple more exclusive bits on the inside. On the outside we've got the 18-inch black alloy wheels and we've got the daytime running lights in front. We've got the LEDs that kind of follow your steering wheel movement, which at first seemed a bit gimmicky, but it really does actually help. And at the back we've got the fancy LED tail lights. So the problem with making a car as gorgeous as this on the outside is, well, how do you let the interior live up to what's on the outside? Well, I don't know how, but Mazda have somehow done it. On the interior we've got this two-tone leather kind of trim here. I struggled to find a stitch that was amiss, and everything in here is done impeccably well. Even the sound system, man, it's got this 12-speaker Bose surround sound and it is incredible. Doesn't distort at any volume and it is clear and crisp. I mean, you guys have heard Niyaaz complain about sound systems on pretty much every single review he's done, and I dare him to try and complain about this one. Niyaaz, I'm calling you out, right? Tell me what you think about this sound system. So Mazda haven't really followed suit with the rest of their competitors. Everyone else goes touchscreen infotainment. Mazda has retained the analog buttons. They've got a little control center over here where you can hotkey to different themes, and you've got your volume control knob. Everything is quite intuitive. It took me all of 45 seconds to work out how to use this thing. And one thing I appreciate is the fact that it's analog buttons. You don't sit on a highway while you're busy trying to dodge other cars and you tapping away on the touchscreen and clicking the wrong buttons, and then whoops, the aircon's on when you just wanted to pause the song so that you can hear. Everything just kind of works. Everything your hand touches, it kind of falls to place and it's ergonomic. It works. Interior wise, the only drawbacks that I can see are in the rear. Because of how well equipped and comfortable it is up front, it kind of overshadows the rear of this car, where it kind of leaves it feeling a bit bare. I mean, you've only got one storage compartment at the back on the passenger side seat. You don't have it on the driver's side. And you've got one armrest with two cup holders, but not much storage space at the back. You don't have a charger. And only in the top level trim do you actually get rear aircon, which, yeah, it only falls behind because of how well it does in the front interior of the car. A lot of the time manufacturers just cram their cars full of features and tech and safety enhancements, and it kind of comes across as feeling like an afterthought. Either they don't work properly, or you have to like switch them on twice or fiddle around. This car's cruise control works. It's got blind spot assist, which, by the way, is incredibly necessary on this because of the hatchback shape of this car. It creates an incredibly big blind spot. And because of the sloped roofline, you don't get much headroom in the back. But things like the blind spot assist and the cross traffic monitor work incredibly well. I mean, it even works for pedestrians. So can't really complain there. So overall, what do we think of this car? Well, Mazda give it a 3-year unlimited kilometer warranty, and it comes with a corrosion plan and all that good jazz. And on their website, the kind of tagline they have for the Mazda 3 is that it stirs your senses before you drive. And I can tell you that that much is true. And when you drive, it just carries on stirring your senses. The engine isn't its party piece, but the transmission really does do it justice. This thing is so damn intuitive that I sometimes feel like it's plugged into my brain and reading exactly what gear I want to be in and when I want to be in it. And then there's an override button on the bottom of the accelerator which kicks you down a couple gears. And once you've done that, the transmission tends to hang out in the lower gears, in the higher rev range. And it kind of senses and feels like it wants to pounce at any moment. But yeah, that being said, it is just a 2-liter naturally aspirated motor, and I think it puts out 121 kilowatts. So it's not that impressive, but by no margins or measures does this thing feel underpowered. You can still comfortably overtake at any point from low speed and at high speeds on the highway. This car really is a good benchmark for what a vehicle in 2020 should be. And I'm not saying that lightly. The exterior, the interior, Mazda has always been on the cusp of, are we a practical vehicle manufacturer, or are we trying to introduce a little bit of luxury? Now they've married the two, and at this price point, if you get a fully spec Mazda 3, I know I might get into trouble for saying this, but I actually don't care. This car could actually fill the void that we've been looking for and create an alternative choice for those who don't necessarily want one of the German manufacturers' cars, because now you can actually have that luxury at this price point, and it just works. Thanks everyone for watching. That's my take on the new Mazda 3 Anniversary Edition. If you liked the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, please go watch someone else's video and don't give me thumbs down. Thanks everyone for watching. That's my take on the Mazda 3. Bumps, mate. Ah! Yo, stuck. No, okay, it's road smoothing out now. Yo, I have no clue where I am. The barrel is a fucking maze, me, bro. Vredenless day. That's where my dad goes.